Hello everyone, my name is TM. I am the welcome to my stream. Okay, so this is going to be one of those casual streams that I'm going to be doing. Because to be honest with you, I don't know what to play. So for now, I'm on my tank top, and we're just here, you know, we're just here to relax and cook. Have salon patch on me. Because to be quite honest with you, my shoulder's really hurting. I'm actually thinking of buying a new bag because my bag is actually the one strap bag that that's on the rate. Point to point. Um, I was actually thinking of either playing Watch Dogs again or going to be playing Red Alert. I don't think I'm. I just can't pick of the two, so why not just do an actual talk stream? I rarely do this, to be honest with you, and besides, I'm going to be. This is actually a dish called laing, and I think you guys have already seen me eat this during one of my streams, and this is just here, casually mixing the rice and the laing, and I put a little chili on it to make it a little bit spicy. That's- because I'm in the middle ground when it comes to spicy things. I'm not a total spice lover. Not a total spice lover, but I do love spice. I do like some spicy foods because it actually elevate. The reason why it actually elevates uh blood circulation. Improve, it actually helps improve the blood circulation. That's one of the health benefits, by the way. But I'm not saying that you should eat the hottest. You should eat the hottest food that you can get your hands on just to make yourself healthy. No, I'm not going. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it just helps. Need you still need to eat a balanced meal for you to be able to be stay healthy. Right? You need a healthy balanced diet. And don't and as far as I can tell for myself, I don't have that. So who am I to judge you? Although I've been thinking of going on a diet, but most of you, I don't think I'll be doing that anytime. Besides, besides, my main motivation now is at the moment to finish the house that we're building up along the street. We're trying to as much as possible. We want the year, but I'm not quite sure. One point is more on financial. Mm-hmm. That's good. To be quite honest with you, I've been trying a lot of things. A friend of mine talked to me doing something. Collab. Him, I've known him since I think when I was in high school. Known him since high school. And he asked me if we can do a collab. And I agree because I'm going to be honest with you. I need I need a lot of distractions in terms of my line of work because in my line of work you talk to a lot of people. Talk to a lot of people. You talk to a lot of people, whether they're nice or not. Sometimes you just some customers really just go off, but you really can't say that to them because it will cost your work. It will cost your job. And that's the thing. I always say this to myself ever since um ever since I discovered my mental illness. I was a few years on my covering of my mental illness. Um, there's no such every there's no such thing as an easy work. No such thing. You always need to work hard. Always need to work hard for you to be able, for you to be able to earn things. Whether you're doing the things that you like or you don't. And most of us put our hobbies aside and just for us to be able to earn a living. And please understand that even if some people tend to stay away to the things that they previously loved, that doesn't mean that they don't like it anymore. No. Um, more of a fact that these people really, really uh, have no time to do it. Um, you remember the picture? You have the time, you have the energy. When you were a kid, you have the time, you have the energy, but you don't have the money. When you became an adult, um, you have the time, you have you have the energy, you have the money, but you don't have the time. And then when you became elderly, you have the time, you have the money, but you don't have the energy. Pretty much like that. So, and try to understand that people people tend to be people tend to be busier when they become an adult and started working, and they tend to be and they tend to flash to the things that um to the things that that are closest. And as for me, that happens sometimes, but I have to control my emotions at to a certain point. So to a point that not, not a lot of people will be able to see. Let's look. It's not healthy to bottle up your emotions. And if you try to bottle up your emotions and you always say that you're all right, um, that will cause more problems than that will cause more problems than solutions. Remember that. That's what happened to me. Tend to bottle things up, and at the end of the day, or that bottle broke, and everything stopped from spilling out all at once. So don't be that kind of person that say that you're always okay, but right on the outside, but in the inside you're hurting. No, don't be like that. Try to be the kind of person that, try to be the kind of person um that's that's open minded. That doesn't mean you need to be open for about everything. No. Being open minded doesn't mean you're open for everything under the sun. No. Open minded means you can choose your option carefully. You can choose whether to do it or not. That's the best thing about being an open minded person. Because people tend misunderstood that open mindedness meaning you're open for everything. Okay? Just accept things as they are. No, not that kind of. Don't be that kind of person because you're going to be gullible if you do that. Right. To be quite honest with you, everyone, I don't. I'm why I'm doing this. Why what I'm trying to do here is it's not to no not to persuade people to do be be something that they're not. Be yourself because there's a lot of people out there that tends to that tends to be something that they're not. That's actually and that's actually unhealthy way of, and I'm not saying you should inhale copium, no. That's it. Depends on the people. Depends on the person. Just going to distract you. Be yourself when you're alone, or be yourself but to the people that know. Don't need to show everyone your true self. Remember, uh, going to be because I'm going to say it now. Show yourself true self. Everyone that you're going to have a hard time. Uh, right into the point, he they are still going to be judging you. Matter what you say or what you do, they're going to be judging you. And everything should be in that. Just show to the people that you want to see, and going to be going to be your choice on what to do. That, that is actually outside my room, so okay. So what are we going to do now? Actually, I have uh, I don't have a faintest idea of what to do in this stream. So I think we're just going to watch some couple of we're going to react to a couple of YouTube. And earlier, actually, I was actually watching Melee of Ninja Shanji and Kaheru to Filipino memes. Oh, for God Almighty, I don't want to be one. I don't want. I don't want to know them. All of them. Actually, they're still streaming. Still streaming, and their chat is actually the one who teach them some of the Filipino memes. I, for one, don't want to learn them. So, sorry, Melly. Sorry, but enjoy your stream. Okay, so I've actually been watching. I've actually been watching a lot of. And I have to, I have to say, actually, I actually learned a lot from them. Because I'm currently, because as you know, I'm working in the fraud department. Mostly investigate every type of fraud there is that involves money. And actually, and actually, that actually involved uh, it's a, it's actually an upgrade from my previous work. Previously, we're just studying we're just looking for romance scams, and now it's been upgraded to every scams under the sun that involves money. So, okay, hard. Okay. So what we're going to do now is the usual. We're going to be come on. Okay. So we're going to be what? Excuse me. Okay, so where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay, I'm going to rename you. Good. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to be acting VTubers as usual. Oh, come. No, I don't know if I'm an auto double clicker or what, but so we're going to react to a couple of. Opening a couple of tabs. Okay. So okay. So let's stop the background music for now. Come on. And I'm using a gamer mouse, by the way. Okay. Property. And oh, I have my headphones here. Okay, first up, Mr. giving brain damage to Iron Man.
You know what I've always found confusing? You know when someone says like a baby is 6 months old? Is that 6 months from being inside the stomach, or is that 6 months coming out of the stomach?
6 months coming out of the stomach.
So then technically, aren't they more than 6 months old because they were in the stomach?
No, because they weren't born yet.
But they were inside.
Yeah, but they weren't like born. They weren't like. They're not really like alive. I mean, they are alive. But...
Oh my god!
What?
Is that why it's called a birthday? Because it's when. Oh my god! Because when you're birth.
What the fuck?
Birthday! Holy shit! That's why they say you're like his birth. He's been born for like 6 months, like his birth.
You know, I can understand where Mr. is coming from because in Korea, once the baby is born, they're already 1 year old. Yeah. So it's I know sometimes it's confusing, but please remember, it's the day from the birth that we're counting here. From birth, meaning it's already out. You're already outside of your mother's womb.
Birthing. Like the birthday starts from when you're birthed. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know what. I have never put 2 and 2 together before.
You're an idiot.
That actually makes sense. Birthday. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I'm serious. Birthday. That's so smart.
Oh
No,
god.
I'm just being
I'm
stupid.
joking, chat. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, he's totally joking.
See that? See that? Wow, this is new. Maybe we should watch this next.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mudahar, and every
Okay, so if you know some ordinary dreamers, it's one of those tech YouTubers that doesn't actually show tech, but he has the knowledge that can back up all the things that he's saying. I've been watching him for years, to be honest with you, and he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. So I'm going to be honest with you. I've been using DuckDuckGo. I've been using DuckDuckGo from when when I've learned that regarding this, regarding regarding the advertisements from Google. I've been using DuckDuckGo since then. Let's watch
Every website is tracking you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, by the title of this video, that definitely might come across as not a shock to most people who follow my channel for security, privacy-related stuff. Now, of course, one specific product known as DuckDuckGo, which effectively advertises itself on privacy-focused, was exposed by being friendly with one large tech company. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start this video off by what I mean that you get tracked, okay?
Okay, so this is the first time that I've seen this. This is the first time I've heard of it. So, what does this mean for DuckDuckGo? Does this mean that you're not actually they're not actually protecting your privacy? I'm not quite sure. Or if the only thing that they show is the data, but not the person itself. I'm not quite sure.
Now, of course, on a day-to-day basis, everything that we ever do on the internet, every website we go to, every website we interact with, every website we sign in for, is always tracking us. But even websites we don't want to track us constantly still track us. For instance, you might be like, I don't like Google, okay? All right, I got 2 fingers up in the air for Google, okay? Hey, I don't like Facebook. I got 2 fingers up in the air for Facebook too. Same for Microsoft, same for anything. But even if you don't directly go to that service, like if you don't go to www.facebook.com or Instagram.com, WhatsApp.com, you may think that, hey, Facebook can't track me, but you're...
Yeah, actually, oh my god, that face. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put it there, like that. I'm going to change it. Not going to change it. Nice. Actually, the main reason why I don't put much information about myself on the internet, because more or less, they're going to be tracking you. And this is the internet, people. Even if the most private of private companies protects your privacy, that doesn't mean that they're going to be protecting you all the time. So you must take measures on your own to protect yourself. And that's what I've learned throughout the years I've been using the internet.
You're wrong, because regardless of if you go to a website or not, there are still various trackers that exist from various different companies and groups out there that are still monitoring you on websites that you wouldn't believe are actually owned by them. Well, they're not owned by them. They just have trackers that exist on various points of the internet to constantly trace every aspect of you. Now, why is it that somebody wants to track you, for instance?
Well, I can answer that. It's for advertisement. And so that some companies will sell your information on those companies so that they can give you the ads that you want to see. And that's pretty much what I'm going to say, to be honest with you.
Well, the simple reason is they just want to track you to have the information on you. You are nothing but a data point.
See?
One day you evolve to a fingerprint, and once you have a profile of you that's constantly recognized from website to website, you join a giant pool of data that effectively is used to advertise better to you, to
See what I mean?
track what you're doing, to see what your consumer habits are like. This is why when you think to yourself, hey, I was talking about tacos one day, and all of a sudden your YouTube videos, the entire recommendation.
Actually, in my Facebook feed, there's actually a lot of advertisement for a case for my S22. Don't judge me. I've seen a lot of those ads on my Facebook feed, and I already have a casing. Why the hell are you going to advertise advertise a cell phone casing that I already have? I like the case. I love my casing. So, advertisers, please choose carefully, okay?
May be filled with tacos. You might get advertisements for taco places. To understand how that works, you could go on any other point. You could go on Amazon.
Actually, that's true. Aside from the S22 cases, phone cases, majority of my time when I'm in Facebook is to it's just to browse things. They know Facebook knows what I want to see because quite honest with you, quite honest with you, that's the way how that's how they're able to know you, even though because the data, the information that you put out in their system is the one that one that will be tracking on what you want to see. And throughout the years, ever since that advertisers learned about how easy it is to show people what they want to see on the internet, they've been trying to buy data to all websites out there. Let them know, that I want some people to see my ads that like what this thing. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much the basics of it. So let's move to
Amazon, for instance, and type that you wanted a specific video game, right? Like Borderlands. And then all of a sudden you go to another site that's not owned by Amazon, or maybe YouTube or something, and they'll recognize that, hey, you were looking for Borderlands. Here's some ads for you, right? These things might seem creepy at first, but it's not magic. This is what happens when you have cross-site tracking on a daily basis. So to understand how tracking works, we have to think about actual trackers. So trackers come in various shapes and forms. Obviously, some of you know what a cookie is, which is one of the most common ways that anybody can track you. Cookies are effectively tiny pieces of data that's saved onto your browser by actual websites. Every time you go to a website, cookies from that website could be stored on your device. Now, while these cookies are sitting over there tracking and keeping tiny pieces of, stored information on your system, there's also things like super cookies, which basically are devices that are
Wait, super cookies, that's the first time that I've heard of that.
Are permanently stored on your system out there, okay? These are rougher to detect, and a lot of these contain things like your personal information, things like what your browsing behaviors and your preferences are like. Some of these can also track how much time you are putting on the internet. So for instance, hey, this person, when you go on the internet, the super cookie might tag you as somebody that browses the internet at like 5 o'clock. Maybe 8 o'clock at night. Maybe you come home from work and you're browsing, the internet. This information itself is incredibly important to advertisers or whatnot to know exactly what time to start hitting you. Again, all these things combine together to create a profile of you. Various data points exist to profile you as a person. You know that shit in Watch Dogs where you can profile actual human beings? And while that's a...
Okay. He's actually coding Watch Dogs because I'm going to be honest with you. Watch Dogs actually shows how vulnerable a person's information is in the internet. And as you have seen in my gameplay of Watch Dogs, no one is safe.
Fictional video game. An element of that exists in day-to-day life. And one of the things you definitely want to get into is unique identifier device headers, which basically are...
Excuse me. Verizon injecting perma cookies at mobile customer bypassing.
Super cookies injected directly from your ISP provider. Now, if you ever get this, you're basically fucked unless they have an opt-out program. And to be honest with you, alright, even when they get fined in some cases, it's really a $1.35 million fine, as evidenced back in 2016 with the FCC and Verizon Wireless. Now, of course, $1.35 million, I don't have to remind you, is
it's
like
small.
Pennies to a company as big as Verizon. But of course, super cookies are something that if you actually care about, trying to remove them can involve different processes for different types of cookies in this situation. And of course, if you ever again get those ISP level super cookies, getting rid of them is...
Wait, does that mean that those people that's working on the that's using the internet as a tool can also be tracked on their behavior, on what they do on the internet? Because remember, majority of the companies now do use the internet as a sum cut out of primary secondary storage, where they use it as a way to store some of the information that they need to save. A lot of companies do that, and it involves a lot of and mainly involves the BPO industry. What does it mean?
Is nearly impossible, okay, unless you're somehow inside the actual internet service provider, which, you know, there's really no 100% legal way for you to do. So the only way to bypass them is if you get through like a VPN, try to really anonymize your traffic. Again, if you really care about your privacy and tracking, you know, you really have to think about not just the websites you go to, but who the fuck you service your internet from anyways. Because chances are, in most cases, they'll absolutely be tracking you as well. If they can, they will do it. What's even more scarier are the little invisible elements on a web page that you go to. Various tracking scripts could exist on these entire situations. Pixel trackers embedded clearly onto these web pages that basically run and capture a lot of your device's specifications. But when it gets really scary is when you elevate to fingerprint scripting. Now, if you don't know fingerprint scripting, effectively they scrape all the data they can from your juicy little web browser.
What the hell? What the hell? Really?
They scrape what type of browser you're using, the exact version of your browser, your device's operating system, Windows, Mac, Linux, BSD, whatever. They check your screen resolution, your CPU, possibly even your GPU, even up to the installed fonts you have on your system.
What the
And
hell?
of course,
that is way too personal. Way too personal for my taste.
when you have all these data points, it creates a fingerprint of your browser. See, companies don't have to know if, you know, you're browsing it by name. What they can do is if Facebook has your browser fingerprint and it basically knows what resolution of computer, like what resolution your screen is, what the CPU is, how many cores your CPU has, all of these tiny features. If it sees in its own network that all of a sudden that exact same browser fingerprint just showed on a different site, then maybe there's a very good chance that it's the exact same person. They don't have to know you by name. They just have to know you by your fingerprint. And sometimes that tells all.
Wow. 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 So even if you have a VPN, on, they'll still be able to track you.
Even if you go, but Muda, I use Do Not Track on my browser. Congratulations, you put a fancy little bow on yourself that said, please don't track me. That is itself its own little fingerprint. I don't use these features because I'd rather be the absolute normal looking Andy in all the browsing frameworks, in all the fingerprint scripts, versus somebody that sets himself super far apart. Now you might be like, oh, Muda, of course everyone spies on me, but what do I do? What are the options? Listen, like computer security, computer privacy is its own fighting battle, okay? It's really like a cat and mouse little battle you have to do all the time. You have to keep on top of a lot of things if you value your security and privacy. You might be like, but Muda, I got nothing to hide. Well, then why don't you leave your door unlocked? Why don't you leave your car unlocked? Why don't you leave your bathroom unlocked so everyone can look into it? Oh, no? No, that's not cool? Okay, well, I guess you got things to hide then, right? Everyone's got a reason to, like, keep their privacy intact. And in a digital age, your privacy is getting razor thin by the day. The margins between what everybody can see, people who you don't want looking into you, are looking into you. So again, if you care at all right, about your privacy, this is important. And if you don't care about your privacy, you better start caring about it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I've been doing that ever since I started. I have created my Facebook. So my Facebook account, I didn't put any personal information there, as much as I can. Didn't put any personal because in my mind back then, it's just to protect my privacy. But as Muda is saying, even if you protect it in a certain point, they'll still be able to track.
But of course, let's get back to, you might be like, what are the options? Well, up until this point, you know, when it comes to browsing the web, there's always been security-focused browsers. But things like DuckDuckGo, which has always been a privacy-focused search engine. Now, of course, we all know when you use Google, Google tracks you.
Okay.
Even if you completely hide your browser fingerprint, if you, let's say, have a Google account, which I'm sure some of you watching YouTube definitely have.
A lot, yes.
Well, even if you hide your fingerprint just because you're signed into your Google account, they'll be able to track exactly what that Google account is searching from time to time. Even if you tell them not to store your search history, you think Google's not at least assessing it on its own first-party purpose, maybe sharing it around with some of their inner companies?
Okay, that's true. That is true. No matter how much you protect yourself, they still be able to track. Much like what I mentioned earlier.
Of course, it's not just Google that's doing it, it's Microsoft, it's Facebook, it's any large tech company, whether they're from whatever part of the world, the United States, Russia, China, whatever you want to put into, every single big tech company is spying on you. So again, DuckDuckGo was sort of one of the search engines that was out there, search the web without being tracked, trusted by tens of millions worldwide, and I'm sure that number has dropped because there's been a little bit of a drama that's come out of this privacy-focused search engine. What kind of drama? Well, it seems like they were really good at blocking trackers from Google, Facebook, except when it came to Microsoft. Now, one of the interesting security researchers known online as Zedwards actually was doing a little security audit, and they were confident that DuckDuckGo's browsers for the mobile cell phone devices, which, might I add you, a lot of people use, actually don't block anything from Microsoft, it seems. Now, I went through and tried this myself, using something called PCAP Droid, which basically allows me to analyze the network traffic on my phone. I fired it up, isolated to the DuckDuckGo internet search engine browser, which I used to use on my actual device anyways.
Okay.
And it turns out, yes, by going to sites like workplace.com, this was very able to block a lot of the search engines, except ad results from LinkedIn, from Bing, Microsoft-owned services. So yes, clearly DuckDuckGo has a little bit of a bias. So you know what? I think this is fucking scummy behavior. You can't claim to be privacy-focused. Sure, you might block the other big tech companies, but Microsoft's just allowed to check? That's not okay. If you accept this behavior, then you were just lied to and you're actually trying to cope with it. At the end of the day, what happened was DuckDuckGo had agreements
You know, it's a good thing I stopped using the DuckDuckGo browser, the mobile app.
with Microsoft. Let's go into it a little bit. For instance, the CEO of DuckDuckGo said, when you load our search results, you are completely anonymous, including ads. For ads, we worked with Microsoft to make ad clicks protected. From our public ads page, Microsoft advertising does not associate your ad click behavior with the user profile. And that's true. They literally tell you that the ads by Microsoft on DuckDuckGo's private search engine do not apparently have Microsoft advertising teams associating your ad clicking behavior with a specific user profile, basically a fingerprint. It also does not store or share that information other than for accounting purposes. So because they had a partnership with Microsoft's ad platform, because of that partnership, they couldn't exclude the Microsoft ad platforms from, being excluded from spying on you effectively. For non-search tracker blocking, example in our browser, we block most third-party trackers. Unfortunately, our Microsoft Search Syndication Agreement prevents us from doing more to Microsoft-owned properties. However, we have been continually pushing and expecting to be doing more soon. So yeah, I guess it all just comes down to how much you trust this company now after all of this has come out to make sure that all of that information that's going to Microsoft is not necessarily...
Okay, so that's the first time I've ever heard of that. Because as a person that works to protect privacy of people, it's really hard. It's really hard to trust a company that still provides information of the company to another company. Although we cannot say that to the other companies that say to protect their information. Sometimes it's actually required by the law. So even if you try to protect yourself by the law on where their company is established, for example in the US, there are some information that they still need to store, even if you permanently delete your account on their product.
Necessarily the same type of information, the same type of personal level information that a company like Google or Facebook or any big player in this game would receive, right? Again, that's really up to you. Do you still trust DuckDuckGo? I personally do not. But then again, I don't trust anything that sells itself on privacy explicitly. I always like to mix and match my options to counterbalance and basically create privacy my own way the best that I can.
That's actually pretty hard. That's actually pretty hard to do. You need to counterbalance everything in terms of privacy, and there are some websites, search engines out there that protect your privacy, but much like DuckDuckGo, they just don't do it 100%.
But we'll get to that in a bit. Now, if you go to their actual core website, duckduckgo.com, you'll find out very much that they don't actually mention Microsoft. If we actually try to look up Microsoft, no search phrases have been found. But to do a great job shitting on Google and trying to tell you, why use DuckDuckGo instead of Google? Ever notice ads constantly following you around like I told you earlier? This in part because Google tracks your searches and hides trackers on millions of websites. By contrast, our private search engine doesn't track your searches, and our DuckDuckGo browser extension and mobile app block Google and many other companies' trackers across the internet. You can see on a lot of cases DuckDuckGo's Android browser, when they tested it through privacytest.org, which are open source tests, if you look at DuckDuckGo for a second and go all the way down to their tracker content blocking, they will block every single person, Adobe Audience, Amazon, except for Bing ads, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Really, in all regards, they did pretty well, except for the Microsoft. By comparison, if you are on Android, your best option for secure browsing is quite literally Brave or Bromite, okay?
Oh.
Not DuckDuckGo, as they like to advertise. And you know what? Over 10 million people put their belief into all of this, put their hope into it, only to realize that...
Okay, so Brave or Bromite. That's actually... You know, I actually used Brave for some time ago. But it felt that they don't actually really do it.
It wasn't as privacy focused as they once thought, surely against everyone except that small indie company known as Microsoft. Obviously, this stuff drives me insane when we think of things like privacy. But obviously, when you think about how much you're being tracked, Google, for instance, will track you even if you like it or not.
Really?
In a lot of cases, the Associated Press once did an investigation where they saw that many Google services on Android devices or even iPhones constantly store your location data, even if you use those privacy settings that tell...
You know, to be quite honest with you, I'm quite happy with the tracking of... I'm quite happy with the tracking of the information, especially the location, because it will actually help you in terms of when you get in trouble. And if we're going to be honest, having some just having your phone tracked helps you, especially in terms of when you get lost or something happens to you. Your device will be the search beacon that you're going to be using. So that's the only thing that that I'm happy to give the current location. But anything else, that I have a problem.
Google not to do it. In fact, the tracking is so granular that sometimes it can have benefits. When criminals need to be captured, sometimes instead of doing it the old-fashioned way, law enforcement will turn to Google, will turn to Apple, will turn to companies that will gladly give up some of that location history to help with investigations once subpoenaed. And of course, what should creep you...
And the most important thing here is that they should do this by law. do this in by the law within the country that they need to search they need information in. For example, if you're in the US, for example in California, they need the police needs to give a legal subpoena to Google so that they can provide you that they can provide the police the information of your your location history, I mean, so that they'll be able to find you. And that actually helps a lot, especially if you get lost, and to prevent other
you out are the topics of data brokers, entire companies, hundreds of billions of dollars. This is how large the industry is for data brokerage, where people literally create personal informations and profiles on you. For instance, they look all the way through your public records, such as the voter registration list, the census data.
That's actually true. A lot of companies actually take a look at your private public info that's available, so that they'll be so that they will confirm who you are. And as much as it pains me, it does help a lot.
All those birth and death certificates, and then they look at non-public records, things like your credit card histories, things like your internet browsing history, things like your video gaming sessions. Of course, these are just a few little data points that they dig up. By combining them, by caching them, they can finally realize that, hey, we can create profiles.
Wait, they actually record? They actually have a record of your video game sessions? Now that's creepy.
For every single person out there. Combine a bunch of profiles, and now we can create consumer reports, we can create consumer scores for all those people, and eventually aggregate them to sell to big-time advertisers. Your data is not yours anymore. This is why you are a great product. This is why you are worth...
Yep. Actually, we're actually just a product of our own information.
Hundreds of billions of dollars. Collectively, of course, not just as a single person. Now, I don't want to end this video on some doom and gloom like I'm being tracked. What can I do? I can't trust anyone. You can't trust anyone but yourself in life.
That's actually true.
And you know what? When it comes to privacy, there's a few things you can do in combination. Now, for instance, I'm going to show you what a browser fingerprint looks like. So we're going to...
You know, to be quite honest with you, I'm actually I can't help it. Muru's beard is not balanced.
I'm gonna go through EFF's browser fingerprint tool just to see what information
it's thicker on the other side.
My browser is giving away when it's installed in a default fashion. Now, I use Firefox. You could use Chrome, you could use whatever, but we're going to test my browser real quickly through the EFF. And this will show you exactly what my browser has real quick. Now, for instance, what they've identified here in my browser are a few things. They've identified what my browser is, so Mozilla Firefox. Then they've identified my, Linux system right here. They know what I'm using, all right, effectively. Then if we go down, they can identify my time zone offset. They can find out that my time zone is set in America, specifically Toronto. And then we can go even further down over here and we can look at my screen size. I use super ultra wide.
Wow.
They've identified that as 5120 by 1440. Then they'd know that cookies are enabled. They can do a limited super cookie test like we showed you earlier. Then they have a canvas fingerprint, and then they have various other fingerprints, and then they're even able to identify WebGL vendors, right? Which is, of course, how we use to render 3D graphics. They can even identify that I have no touch points, which means they know that I'm not using a tablet. They know that I'm not using one of those, touchscreen enabled laptops. They know that I'm most likely on an actual desktop. So they don't know what my CPU class is, but they have an idea of my hardware concurrency, which is how many CPU cores I have. I have a 16-thread CPU, which means if a company really wanted to look into it, they could identify roughly what type of CPU I'd be using. Something in the range of a high-end Intel i7 processor, an i9, or an AMD Ryzen 9 processor like I have. Now that's a lot of information to build a profile off of. Of course, there's ways to harden your browser. Now, of course, you can download better browsers. For instance, I can recommend Firefox. I use this. But
Okay.
you can also get Tor. It's not just for browsing the deep web. You can use it to actually anonymize yourself. And then there's also,
Okay.
browsers like Waterfox. And then, of course, you can always get Iridium browser as well.
Okay.
You have to mix and match which one you're using. But of course, these are the browsers that are most intended for having some level of security, some level of privacy on the internet. Of course,
Okay.
there's also Brave. I used to use Brave. I switched to Firefox. But from what I understand from the community I've talked to, this is pretty good for privacy focus in general. And if I only recommend Brave if you're really into Chrome and you need Chrome, this might be the best Chrome browser for you. Again,
Okay.
there's nothing stopping you from building Chrome from source and working your way through that, okay? Working your way through more privacy focused means if you want to have something completely audited by you. So what is interesting in that entire list is
Okay, so I may need to start using Brave browser.
you may have realized that, hey, they were able to identify some pretty specific things on my system. Nothing is stopping you from using multiple things to your sources, right? You can, in fact, use a VPN to mask your IP address so that you're not reported from the country you actually live in. I do this all the time. I set my VPN to the United States because if I'm connecting to a weird website, I don't want them to know I connected from Canada. I want them to know I connected from the United States. It's a simple way to mask. And of course, it comes down to which VPN service you trust. I can't give an answer on that because I would say 95% of VPNs are mostly unreliable. You really have to find one whose laws don't have to conform to giving up data to like big companies, big governments, and some that are actually placed in areas that don't have to even store your data on hard drives for caches. They have all the reins to be completely privacy and security proof.
Oh,
Now to get the
that's actually going to be hard, especially if you're going to try to be complete 100% anonymous on the internet.
utmost privacy, you got to learn to combine a lot of tools. It's not just having a specific browser. For instance, I'm somebody that also virtualizes my browsing sessions. I know I talk about VMs all the time, but there are operating systems designed for user security. For instance, you could use something known as Qubes OS, which literally virtualizes everything underneath. You're actually installing a hypervisor and you're virtualizing all of your sessions underneath Qubes. Very secure, probably the most secure operating system out there. There's also Wonix, which is what I use within a VirtualBox session to give me privacy. You can also get Tails, or you can just get any generic distribution. Hell, you could even use something like Windows or Mac if you really wanted to, just contained within a virtual environment. Now, of course, when you contain it within a virtual environment, you can then use a VPN to mask where you're sending your information from. Now, I would say that
Okay, so Muda is right. You really need to combine a lot of oh my god, that face! You really need to combine a lot of tools for you to be able to complete 100% anonymity on the internet. And even if you try to, within a 90% range, that's still good.
90% of VPN services I don't trust, but unless you're buying a VPN, make sure that it's stored in a country that doesn't have to that doesn't have to store your information for a period of 6 months, one that isn't talking with a 5 or 11 eyes member, like basically the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, these countries which constantly share their data in amongst each other. As long as your VPN is operating from any of those places where they don't have to store your data, and basically they're also running your sessions in RAM, so that as soon as you're done, they just wipe that system, kill the power and wipe the RAM right there and then. That would be the only service. And you really have to do your research with a VPN depending on what you get. And then once you're done with those two steps, you can then harden your browser. So in this session, I've got Manjaro basically ready to go. Now I've got Firefox, and what I'm going to do is show you how to harden the session so that you can have a much more secure version of Firefox.
Okay, so now I'm trying to think of using Firefox again because in all my life I've been using Chrome. No, not really. I previously used Firefox, but Firefox wasn't the fastest browser back then. I'm not quite sure now.
Next time you go on. And of course, there's other ways for you to make multiple browsers more reasonably secure. There are websites known as privacytools.io. This is a great website for people who want to fight against the surveillance that's happening to them on a daily basis. They give you tons of alternatives, but they even tell you, hey, if you don't want to use Firefox, you can learn how to do this for Brave, Android, iOS, or even DuckDuckGo if you feel like it, after hearing what you did. Now, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the Firefox session, and we're going to go and follow the guide on how to make our system much more secure. Now, within ffprofile.com, what you want to do is you want to do private browsing only. And of course, hit start, and then you follow through a bunch of situations here. For instance, you can disable DOM, which are super cookies, right? Some modern sites will not work, so you could disable that. You could even disable IndexedDB, and of course there's descriptions that tell you exactly what this stuff is. Disable the disk caching, which I actually do recommend, and you can actually enable resist fingerprinting, but you do have to do a few other things to make this work properly. Of course, you can do save and next, and then what it'll do is it'll tell you to download a specific profile set, and I'll show you to install that. So you download this profile.zip, and then you follow the simple instructions right here. So type about support into the URL bar. So you do that, open a new one, and then all of a sudden, whoa, Muda, what is all this? Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Go all the way to the top. You see where it says profile directory? Just hit open directory, and all of a sudden you should open a window right here. Now here you want to close Firefox, so close it. And then you want to go to your downloads folder where you have that profile.zip done. Now over here in that folder you just opened, it'll be titled something default.
You know, I think Muda is using the Cubes OS here because, as you can see, the Windows, the window that it's using, it's actually not, it's not Windows based, and most of the time he actually uses Linux. So yeah.
Dash release. Highlight everything and just shift delete it all. You might be like, oh, we'll just delete it, wipe it, go to the downloads, open that profile.zip, like so, open that up. Yeah, right here, baby. And then copy that into this folder where you just deleted everything. So once you do that, all you have to do is hit Firefox yet again, and now you'll start to see things slowly fill up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Firefox should in theory start in private browsing mode. Now, for instance, if I type in some ordinary gamers into the browser here, you're going to notice, hey, look at my channel. Now, of course, you can see this browser does not even store history at all. This browser's not doing anything to basically keep any of my fingerprint intact. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, when I go into this, and let's do that browser fingerprint again and see just what's changed. Oh, look at that. I have strong protection. Really now? Of course, they can identify just what operating system I'm using. A virtual machine comes in handy because you can just set this to Windows 10.
Hey, he's using a virtual machine for this. I know it! I knew it!
You can run a Windows 10 system and just look like you're part of the rest of the crowd, right? You don't have to like put the Linux there to make yourself look like the 1% of desktop users that use this system. Of course, then we go down even further. They're trying to look for my browser plugin details. And then, of course, they can identify my time zone aspect. But of course, it's 420. I actually changed my time zone to, I think, like Phoenix, Arizona to further hide myself right here. Then, of course, they can check my screen size. Set your virtual machine to run at 1080p so you look like the average person out there. Here you can see they're checking my system font, right? Again, if you just never install a font onto your virtual machine, you look like every other default Windows person out there. They can see that I cannot store the local super cookies, not happening. And then, of course, the more you go down into this situation, you can then actually see that, yes, while they can identify, like languages, they do know that I don't have any form of touch support, of course. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, down over here, you can see that I've got one CPU that I've given one thread to this virtual machine. If you have a VM and you have the space to do it, you can give it like 4 to make it look just like a normal laptop out there in the world. 4 or 8, I believe. Of course, it's really up to you for how you cover your tracks on browser fingerprinting. But of course, through a combination of VPNs, virtual machines, and hardened browsers, you too can achieve simple, easy privacy so that you don't have to worry if the service you trust to not spy on you is actually spying on you. Because once you follow these steps, chances are you're going to look like the average person out there, and you don't have to worry about getting spied in that regard.
That's true.
If you're talking about what you're doing on your Google account signed in, I can't help you right there, okay? You're basically opening a fucking portal to being scanned. But if you're somebody that tries to focus on privacy in the general general browsing sense, this might be a smart way to do it. Okay, browsing the internet can be a spooky, daunting, and privacy-busting place, but with a few simple steps, you too can make yourself look pretty reasonably secure out in the world. And of course, even if you have nothing to hide, you still shouldn't let somebody peek into you no matter what, okay?
That's
Just
true.
easy willy-nilly. That said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.
Okay, so so just remember to follow what Mura has said in terms of protecting your browser. That way, you'll know what to do. You know what to do is what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen in terms of privacy. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The minimum that you try to protect yourself is the most helpful way. That's it. So you already know the title of the video, so I don't have to say anything on this. Just try to. You can just search it. Yeah, you can just search it on YouTube, so that you can, you know what to do next. You can rewatch it anytime you want, so that you'll be able to protect yourself in the internet. On the internet. Okay, now let's go back to VTube.
Can I just talk about like
You're a
Babu?
beautiful person.
Can you see how much progress my Babu has been working? She's been working so hard, and it shows that a lot of people are starting to watch her stream. I'm crying every time whenever she reached like certain milestones. When I saw a lot of people tune in on her karaoke, I was just crying my eyes out. I was like, oh my god, finally my Babu's getting recognized, and I'm so proud, and I'm so happy that a lot of people recognizing her. She's so entertaining.
Oh, yeah. This is the wholesome of Millie.
She's so funny, and she's like, I'm just so happy a lot of people are watching Anna streams now. Even the beginning, I know deep in my heart, the fact that she picked Anna as Anna, I already know from the beginning that she's going to be very successful. I just feel it.
Aww.
Anna used to scare me, actually.
Babu? Why?
Out of everyone, she was like the only person I haven't talked to yet.
Oh.
And I was like, how does one approach Anna? And we finally like started talking after a while, and she was like literally the sweetest person ever. She's still
Ooh.
scary, but
She's scary, but she's incredibly friendly, yeah. She's so supportive to everyone.
Oh. I actually haven't watched much of Anna's streams, but as far as I can tell, everything that they say is true. Next!
Can we have a pickle break time? Before vocab time, please. Pickle break time.
Pickle? Pickle. Yes, actually eating pickle.
Wait, I was so confused why people were typing Barrera in the comments. That's a K! Break! Not break! It says pickle break time, not...
You know, to be quite honest with you, I'm also confused in terms of her writing.
No, okay, look at this. This is an R. This is a K. Because of this thing. That makes it a K. It's different. It's different. Look. See this that thing? It's different. And also, the line starts different. Look, it starts over this line. But my K, it starts under it. It's different.
Under it! If you guys know what if you guys know that meme, congratulations, you're a man of culture. Or not.
Why does our Oshi write Korean better than English? Shut up! Haro spells! Oh wait, no! That was an accident!
You know, actually, her handwriting is what? It's what her handwriting is much better than mine.
Well, stop it! That's not. Wait. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, see, that's a K. Imagine typing a long and heartfelt comment and Huddles here just replied R. No! Delise, what? No. That's a P! That's a P! You see that? That's highway. It's a
Nice way.
Hey, it's a highway. Why are you coming for my handwriting? Town shuttle bus.
You know, I take that back. I don't. Most of her handwriting, I can't understand.
It's not a shuttle. It's a shuttle.
Little.
You guys just bully me now. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
What did you do yesterday in Minecraft? Hachima was so jealous of your Tay-Tay with Mume. Can you please do that on stream, not off stream? Brackets, just kidding, just do whatever you like. Well... I've been exposed, I see. Get a room. I mean, you're not wrong. She was in my room in Minecraft.
What?
And we were just hanging out. We were just talking. And it was nice. And honestly, had no idea that Hachima was streaming at the time. So, whoops.
Whoops.
Why so late though? Well, time kind of flew by.
Well,
It wasn't-
she is the Time Ward. Yeah.
Too late. It wasn't so late when we first called, but just happened.
Just happened.
Whoops, teehee. But anyway.
Hachima, nani shiteru no? Hachima, make thumb now. Yeah. Hachima, make thumb down. Ooh, that's cool.
You know, actually, that's a new. I think this is her new account. That's her.
Woo woo. Oh, kind of time. Yeah. I understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wakaru. What are you doing? Are you doing?
Doing.
Nani shiteru? What are you doing?
What are you doing? You know, sometimes the beauty of Hachama is that she does everything she can to entertain her fans, and some of her streams might be weird, but it's just a way for her. It's just a way how she appreciates her fans, and I kind of love that about her. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't actually watched some of Hachima's streams as of late. either because when she streams, I'm already asleep or I'm already at work. Those are the only two excuses that I can give.
クローニーも分かったっぽい。さすがクローニーちゃん。デートわあなんだってデートじゃねえか。living わあ together living
Living together?
ねこれ一緒に住んでるって言ってんのこれ一緒に住んでるって生きてるっつってんの
Or are they live on stream? I don't know.
Wow! That's wow! Amazing! Amazing! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7個だ。ほふ。For who? For me. Ooh!
Ooh.
Ooh! Understandable. Ooh! わかる
Don't worry, Hatima, we still love you. Mm-hmm.
言われたい
Don't worry, Hachama, you're not alone. I think a lot of us want that.
ちくしょう手を見せつけられてしまったぜあーちももう耐えらんないよもうこんな手見せつけられて耐えらんないうえい何かトーチがいるんじゃない We are sleepy so we are going to sleep Okay yeah you Okay Together sleep? もしかしてこれ一緒に寝るんですかねあーちゃまは今から寝に行くよドリームトゥゲダーイエー
Bing! Peko! Ano? Oh my god. Hachama is as adorable as ever. Oh.
いおりです スイちゃんは
Oh, that's nice.
やろわーさーはなはなはな
Okay, if you want to know where that is, Kanaur. Oh, I haven't actually subscribed to Kanaur. Okay, subscribe now. Okay, next.
Glad you guys love Reimu. Well done, chat.
Yeah,
I
they
just wish-
love me. I love you too.
I just want to know what you were talking about.
Let me make out with chat. Shut the fuck up. Okay, was that a nice kiss? Do you want a little bit of tongue? I can do tongue. I think. I don't know.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
Right in front of my fucking salad.
And
Jesus.
chat and I are having a special moment. Shut the fuck up.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, you guys know the controversy between Vox and Reimu. You guys actually know about this. I'm not going to say it anymore. But basically, Vox's fans are rabid. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you want to know more, just search for it. Okay?
Oh, video error.
Crony, what do you see in front of you? What does this look like?
It looks like
It's in the right.
I think you've ruined me.
What?
It looks like I really. Oh no!
We're all friends
No,
here.
I see it. No, I
What is
can't
it?
see it as anything else. No, this is wrong.
What
What is it?
happened? Are you looking at the
It
raw
looks-
rabbit? What is everyone seeing? I don't understand.
It-
Doesn't it just look
Crony.
like a butt? I'm too young to understand. What's going on? What do you see? On the tip of the
Ugh.
tongue, I can feel it.
No, don't do this. Not at my house. This is my safe space.
Ray's trying to keep the stream PG-13. No, I don't what are you seeing? I don't see anything. Can you type it to me, Crony? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
You DM'd
You
Now
see
we
it
are.
now. I see
me.
it
No,
now.
you are right.
I see it now.
That's why I didn't. We didn't want to tell you.
Do a jiggle.
Shut up.
Okay, so I want to know. Vase being the one who needed. Okay. Okay. Understand. Now, refer to the role. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. Get a fresh.
Where are you guys? We're just in a river.
Under the sea.
Which river?
Guys,
We're
what
near Almond Lake?
categorizes a river as a river?
Amazon is a river.
Thanks. Amazon is also a website where you can buy things. Did you know that?
Oh. What? It's true.
Thank you, Millie.
I did my best.
I don't know. This is not what I expected at all. Amazon is a river. You're right.
Wait, actually, I don't know. River is when.
Wait, are you talking about the forest or the actual river? Because if you're talking about the Amazon River, that I can understand. But if you're talking about the Amazon rainforest, that's a different story.
I think I'm just making shit up. Isn't it when the ocean goes in a small stream, or is it the opposite? Wait, is ocean salt water?
Yes.
Is there a freshwater ocean?
No.
No.
How does the fresh water become a salt water?
I don't know.
Well, Finana lives in the ocean. That's why it became salt water.
Oh!
Okay. Okay, no! First of all, no, I understood that joke. No.
I'm gonna eat more mochi. If I don't talk for
Oh,
a minute,
yeah.
you know why.
Oh, that salt in the ocean is Finana's salt plus sweat and body fluids.
Wait,
combined.
You have to make it worse every time.
You have to make it worse. You have to make it worse. Okay. Try to pick something. Pick one more. You guys see this? You guys see this, right? Okay, I'm gonna watch this. Is this all AI? I'm not quite sure.
容赦ない顔面のジャブ。
Wait, that's not this. Hold on, Nico. You know, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Triple H's age is nearing elderly. I think it's already an elder. But damn, he still looks good.
I can't imagine a world that's not
Stop, stop!
Boom! Ouch! Boom! Body slam! That's fine, man. Ooh. Oh boy! Whoa!
死んじゃうよじゃないよみんな諦めない心に
Ooh! Oh, second pedigree! 2, 2, 3. It's over.
Niji-san.
I love bitches.
Don't clip it! Don't clip it!
How are you doing?
Oh gosh.
How you doing?
You know, I haven't actually watched Yugo stream that much, so this is actually a good experience.
You go. I'm not like any other boys. I'm new to the school police. Take care of me, senpai. Oh.
Everyone has their moment. Good time.
Yo, how doing?
バカ俺日本人です My name is Yugo Asuma 俺はアスマユーゴだ覚えて帰ってってね
I love bitches. I love bitch.
とね
You know, Yugo has such an effeminate voice. To be honest with you. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of shy right now. Oh, okay. Me too.
You're a DJ.
Okay. Don't look at me. Hentai. I'll be waiting in my summer land. I don't know where made our hearts so cold. Shed and drop and say I can't forget. That's one of my songs called Summer Song. Don't clip it! Don't clip it! No!
But he got clipped. Clipped it.
Okay, we did that for you, Yugo. Now you have to do something for us.
Oh, okay.
Meow, Neko-chan.
Do it!
I'm feeling no good.
We have given you every Japanese request. Come on, give this to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Let's fucking
Don't clip it! Don't clip it! Don't clip it!
Clip it!
Now my message tone. My message tone. Let's go.
I can't handle this. Oh, can we go for the game? I am cute. Please read my name.
I'm cute.
I am cute. I am. What? I am cute. I'm not cute. I'm not cute. Bitch. Oh! I hate you.
You know, the voice of Yugo is actually quite familiar because there's one Facebook app that where there's much like Tap Tap Revenge, where the voice is actually familiar with Yugo here. I don't remember the game, but
you. No, I'm not cute. You know, like every time he acts like he doesn't want to say nya, right? But every time when he actually say nya, he seems actually happy. He seems like he's actually having fun, you know. I know every time he's saying nya, he's coming.
Ah!
Yeah, he's coming every time when he's saying nya. Okay, he's like nya.
Cannot.
Yeah. Clip what? Clip what? There's nothing to clip. Hi. There's nothing else to clip, huh?
There's nothing else?
There's no ugly memer. おかえりなさいませ。
What the hell? Why are you wearing a maid's outfit?
お帰りなさいませ。ご主人様。
只野くんは心の中で方向した。
Don't group it, don't group it. Come on, don't group it.
Ooh. I'm the babyest. And is it baby? Babu, babu.
Let's go.
No.
Come on.
No. No. No.
Oh, Alvin left too?
No.
What?
No. Yada. Yada.
You know what? I guess I'll join them.
No. Yada.
What?
Yada. Yada. Yada.
You've left me alone with the crying child.
You made okay. You made
What do
okay,
you
man.
want me to do? Throw food at Hugo? I don't think that'll work. We're the worst parents ever. Hugo, you want a cupcake?
I want it. I want it. I want
Okay.
strawberry cupcake, vanilla cupcake, vanilla. I want a vanilla.
Vanilla cupcake with strawberry frosting?
Strawberry cupcakes.
And have whipped cream on top.
Okay. We'll get you the cream too. Because you're a fucking bottom!
Oh, no!
I'm not a bottom.
There we go. We brought Hugo back.
Oh, pumpkin spice. No, no, no.
Hi everyone! Thank you for coming. The stream is ending here. Bye! Thank you! Thanks for coming!
I think sometimes they leave their mic open intentionally. That's what I see. Like, trying to request when he streams 5 times. And Sunny has some.
No. Focus. Okay. Okay.
これ、大きくなったら、お姉ちゃんと結婚する。これ、大きくなったら、お姉ちゃんと結婚する。サルブルスバカ。お姉ちゃんなんか大嫌い。
I need to do more. I need to do more. Okay, okay, okay. Let's continue on making more sample, okay?
You okay, Hugo?
No more screaming, okay? I can't take any more Daddy! I mean, you fucking idiot!
Into the no!
Hello!
Today, let's have fun, yeah?
Thank you for inviting us! Yay!
Nice,
Amazing.
nice. ASMR.
I'm enjoying.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Bogus! fulfilling it.
Now you're a mosquito.
Oh no. Don't laugh!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, no. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Can I do something very unsay-so, chat? Can I? Oh my god! Demonetize it, yo! Demonetize! Okay, are you ready? Chat, we're gonna call Millie. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Hello?
Of course.
Bubble?
Much happiness. Much
What?
happiness.
You wanna fuck me? It's so early.
Hello?
Okay.
This voice is scaring me. This voice is scaring me. This voice is
What the
scaring
fuck's
me.
happening? What? Huh?
This voice is scaring me.
Hello. Demo? Huh? Demo?
I'm naked.
Beautiful baby.
Wait.
If you truly, truly love me and you see me as a good friend, let's wash it. Let's wash it.
So,
Let's wash
what?
it.
You're
Let's
telling me you
wash
wanna fuck me and then give me a
Let's wash
baby
it.
and then
Let's wash it.
you leave?
Let's wash it.
Fuck!
Demo? What? Demo? Fuck you, bitch!
I want to fuck you too, bitch.
Exactly.
Could you kindly say the nasty stuff? Not my problem. Not my problem.
Box Akuma has a mental breakdown.
Not my problem.
Oh!
Disgusting.
Me? That's good.
Okay, really, thank you.
I'm so confused. What is happening, Hugo?
Oh,
I just woke up.
oh really? Seriously, thank you so much for your time, okay?
No worries.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh my god! Hey yo! Stars, man! Oh my god!
Right, ikimasu.
Onegaishimasu.
Is this good? Am I drowning?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Sensei.
Oh, Kampeki. Keep going.
Can't feel my lips.
3, 2, 1.
Why? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Am I doing it wrong?
No,
you're doing it right.
You're doing it right. Doing it correctly.
Everyone! Main dish! Everyone, main dish!
Fuck!
Hold your chin! Hold your chin! Hands up!
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's like Stitch, bro.
Are you dying?
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Yep.
Take time, take time.
Hugo, what have you done? I may get converted to this, but it's worth it.
Work on the professionalism. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm always worrying, you know. Because I'm pretty sure my speaking is not good as the other streamer, and also my gameplay is also not good as the other streamer. So every time I'm so worried, you know. I'll be better, okay? I'll be better.
I know.
Most important thing is to have fun. Really?
That's true.
It's entertaining to watch you grow. Really?
That's true.
Why you guys are being so nice? Oh, you guys should stop treating me like that. Come on.
Then this community is made by Nijisanji members.
You guys are like precious. You guys are amazing. You guys are so nice.
Actually, this actually applies to any other species, including myself. All of us strive to be, you know, to be one of the top streamers, but you don't. But if you just, you know, just do what the other streamers do, you won't go anywhere. So, as much as possible, try to grow your community. Try to do something that, you know. Try to be something that your community will be proud. That's how I'm going to say.
I want to be part of you guys. Can I?
Hugo scored. You know, if I'm going to be honest, it is actually quite touching to have this to have this kind of community. It's really touching, so wholesome. That's good. You're right by your side. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, I forgot this is for Hugo's birthday. All of them, guys. All of them. So we're gonna watch a few more clips, and then once we're done, yeah, it's gonna be done. Sort of fun. Actually sort of has a couple of some issues. As you can see how my, you know.
Now then, I'm
Oh,
going
looks
to
like a
run
dance
you through
party.
some
Am I
test
gonna dance on the
scenarios,
table?
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Not a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2.
Really?
Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
And that's
Item
still a bucket.
3. Is this a bucket?
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a bucket by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a
That's
bucket?
tractor. That ain't no bucket. That's
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely
Goober.
incredible.
Thank you.
Let's just move on to the next one.
No.
Is this a bucket?
Yeah, you bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
All right, now you're screwing with me.
Okay, next.
You don't know what an enema is?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The previous clip about Grub saying about what's a bucket, that's actually entertaining. You guys should watch that stream.
No.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a princess. And the princess had a problem. The princess couldn't use the bathroom properly. And the princess didn't know what to do. Days passed, days and days, and she grew restless. And she walked in her room and she said, surely, surely today must be the day that I release the beast. But alas, that was not that day.
Really?
Until one day, a magical doctor came to her aid.
Really?
And the doctor said, turn around.
What?
I have a solution.
Oh.
And she's like, doctor, whatever do you mean? And he's like, bend over.
Huh?
I'm gonna stick this thing up your...
Wait. What? Wait, that escalated quickly. What?
I am going to
Wait.
Wait. What?
Okay, wait. Wait.
up your...
Wait. What?
Oh man, I didn't.
Wait, that escalated quickly. What?
Yep.
I am going to shove this bottle up your butt and deposit a solution in your crevasse. You must hold it for X amount of time. And soon you will see an eruption the world has never seen. And sure enough, in 15 to 20 minutes, the princess was free! Free from her prison of not using the bathroom. And it was all thanks to a fleet. The end. You like my story?
I did. I don't know why it like turned into this weird porn thing though.
Anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button.
You know whom I'm actually very surprised that I'm getting close to?
Who?
Petra. If you would ask me if I started VTubing, right? I mean, not VTubing. When I started Niji, I would never, ever thought that I will be close to Petra at all. Cause like, Petra is the complete opposite of me. She's very say-so. I did not expect that. I was super duper surprised. Yeah. We're like complete opposites.
That which is true. They are complete opposites.
Is she really? No, I mean like sexual stuff, guys. If you notice my interaction.
What? Huh? Billy? Really?
With Petra before, she would be like, please don't talk about this on the stream. So I'll try to be like, civil. But on the Hades stream, I was just unhinged, and she's just like taking it like a like a champ. I'm really surprised. I didn't expect it, honestly. We've been like doing calls and stuff with Remu, and it's just really fun to hang out with them. Like we do it like I think yesterday after stream, so after I threw up from my Apex stream, we went
What?
back and call and talk about like it's just like cute stuff, you know?
Aww.
Talk about like cute stuff, like girly stuff.
Yeah.
Girly actual girl stuff. Yeah, and I'm
You're a
just really
girl.
surprised at how like the synergy between Petra and I are very like crazy. And I'm just so happy. Petra's a keeper, guys. You know my phony? My phony was actually because of Petra. I wanted to sing phony because like I really like Petra's cover of phony. So I always like sing it on my free time. Yeah, she's the reason why I sing phony because like I started to like phony. Petra covered phony, bitch! Holy shit, you triggered me! Of course you did! Chill, yeah! Taskaru!
No, I can't deny it that Petra is cute. Okay, I think that will be it. Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you guys very much for sticking with me on this stream. For better or worse, we have talked a lot. We have talked a lot of things, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know, I'm not much your typical streamer, but that's just how it is. We all have those moments. We all have those moments that there's a purposes. We're just trying to be human. Human we are. We have a lot of flaws. We have lots and lots of flaws. But that's what we make food. Unless you pretend to be someone else, much like a bird. You guys better think of keep the priority. Speaking of Amber Third. Oh, you already know that. I already know that. Whoopee! I know it's it's not. It's pretty much Here's the thing. Not a lot of men talk about their feelings. I learned that from experience. But please talk to someone if you have any trouble. Man, woman, gay, bi, trans, or if you like to through object, your preference, but still. Take some help. Okay? That being said, thank you guys very much for watching my stream. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Actually, I love doing this kind of content. Reacting to random shit on YouTube. Oh my God. Okay, follow me on all of my social medias. It's all a doobly-doo. You guys know what to do. Yes, I am a little bit drunk now, but maybe because I don't know. That's just a few. That being said, my name is BM. I am the Noob Tyson, and I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm gonna see you guys next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye bye.